Let's talk about me being a married man and my love for women. Let's get into it. I know I've said that in mostly all of my videos. I love women. I just love women. And I do. And I do. And I do. This one person I know, they always say, and do. I'm just playing. But anyway, my wife know that I have a love for women, that I love women. Everything about women, like I always say. But she also know that I ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. You know what I'm saying? I've had my time in life where, well, actually, I never really had that time where I was on everything that moved. I just never was that type of dude, right? But I've had my times, obviously. I got 5 children by 3 different, well, they're not children, they're grown, but I got 5 children by 3 different women. So obviously I've had my time. I've been out there. And that's just them. That ain't including the other ones along the way. But I never was that type of dude. Let me just say that. And that's, I mean, I would be lying if I said that I didn't care what you thought or what people think about me, because that's not the truth. But at this point in life, it ain't gonna do. It can't make me or break me. What it's gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I am who I am, and whatever. And also, you can believe me or not believe that I ain't doing that or I'm not gonna do that. But it's really not up to. It's up to my wife to believe that. And obviously she can see it. It's not something that I'm just talking about. So anyway, let's move on. I think that my love for women and my love for women comes from different places or different perspectives, right? Because women ain't always nice. They ain't always the nicest. They ain't always cool and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they could be, some of them can be rough. But anyway, it's more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women get offended that men treat them like objects or why he looking at me like that, or why he feel like that about me. Well, number one, that's just the way we're made. We're made to be attracted to you. You might not want me to be attracted to you because it's me and it's not him that you want to be attracted, and vice versa. But why he, you know what I'm saying? And I get the disrespect side of it, where dudes can't, like, be respectful, or, you know what I'm saying? Because you know when somebody feeling you and when they ain't. But let me not get too deep. I just want to touch on some of these things because I'm always saying it. But that's number one. We're made to be attracted to each other for the simple fact of procreation. That's what keeps the world going. I mean, I know that we have too many people in the world now, but ultimately, that's what we were made for, to keep the world going. That's why the whole biological setup, the whole way we make babies, the whole way we keep the world going, procreation, right? So I'm supposed to be attracted to you. That don't mean, since I've made a commitment to this woman over here, that even though I'm attracted to you, I gotta try to be all up on you or trying to get at you and all of that. That's the disrespect side of it that I say I understand and I agree with. But back to where I think my love for women and even the lustful side of it comes from. When I was younger, I didn't have a lot of girlfriends like some people. Or we gonna use my brother for instance, because everybody know my brother had all the girls that they just loved him. And he didn't sell him no pipe dreams. Well, He didn't sell them no dreams. You feel what I'm saying? But because they knew, but they still went with it. But anyway, we talking about me. I wasn't out there like that. I was always the shy kid by myself. And just since I've gotten older, I realized it was more than just being shy. I was always introverted. But to me, I didn't know nothing about no introvert or what introverted was, but I was always the shy kid by myself, and I was good. I was cool by myself. But obviously, we want to have girlfriends too, and we want to be doing things we ain't supposed to too, just like everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? But that was what it was. I think a lot of that came from that, and the fact that my mother, I was so close with my mother and my sisters and my grandmothers, and you know, I was super tight with my dad and my uncles and all of that, but I still had a close relationship with my grandmothers and my aunts and my mother and all of that, right? My cousins, my sisters, all of that. And then on top of that, as I got a little bit older and females started trusting me to talk to me outside of, because I was always the brother. I was always the big bro. You my big bro, or you my best friend, or you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the boyfriend situation. I was always the listener, because you listen real good and you this and you. That's who I was. That's who I always was. That a lot of what I learned about women was from women through those types of situations, because all of the girls felt comfortable with me because I wasn't trying to push up on them, but I would listen to them about how this one was dogging them and how that one was doing and how, you know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, a lot of that I learned from that. But what I'm talking about now is why I think that I just love women the way I do. A lot of it, I'm not going to even lie and act like I'm this, that, and the third, or holier than thou. A lot of it is lust, just like everybody else. Because, again, I'm not meant to be lustful, or I'm not meant to be, I'm not saying that we were made to be lustful. But how else would I be attracted to you? Because most relationships don't start on, and this goes for men and women, most relationships don't start on, oh, he's so smart and he's so intelligent and no, is he so fine? Ooh, look at him. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, or vice versa. She's so fine. There ain't nobody saying, oh, they got a beautiful mind and they're so smart and they're so intelligent. Nah, they're so fine. Boy, if I could, ooh, Lord. Don't play with me, because you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, like I say, I'm not saying that we're supposed to be lusting after everything we see. But in my opinion, I think that's a part of our makeup. I believe that's a part of our makeup. Now, again, and again, and again, and again, and I'll say it over and over again, we are supposed to, at some point in life, learn how to have some self-control. Learn how to have some coop. Learn how to talk to people without, even though you might be doing it in your mind, sexualizing them, or what's the word, being hypersexual or whatever. Even though you might be doing that in your mind, don't let that come out of your mouth, because that's where people get the most frustrated with that. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, they know what you want anyway. All he see is this. Bruh, come on. I mean, we grown now. We know what's what. They know what's what. But again, I just believe that biologically, physically, mentally, all of that, we're it's just it's a natural thing. You understand? It's a natural thing to have those attractions and those urges and all of that, right? And I don't want to get off topic because I started off by saying why I say it all the time and why I believe that the way I feel about women. A lot of it is lust. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like a big old good one and a good old big one. Let me just say that. So, I mean, that just is what it is, right? That's something that just, I don't even know why it just do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But I also know, cause I don't want to go too far left. Let's just say, as a baby, we didn't use bottles. Let's say that and leave that right there. But again, I'm not playing this, that, and the third and holier than thou, and I don't do this and I don't do that, and I lust just like everybody else lusts. But I have self-control, and I know where that needs to stop, right? And most times, it needs to stop right where it started, in your head, in your mind, in your mental game, right? But again, I don't see no harm in it, because how am I supposed to stop that anyway if that's a part of who I am? How do I do that? That's, if you want to answer a question, answer that one. How do we do that? I'm supposed to see this woman. She's so beautiful. She's so fine. She got her things pushed up, and she got and I'm supposed to just be, oh no, let me not think, bruh, how I'm supposed to do that? But what I am supposed to do is mind my business, right? Because I got a whole woman. I got a whole wife. So now, where I believe my wrong come in, if I'm going to be wrong, is when I start approaching this woman or pushing up on this woman or saying, ooh, damn, you fine, or this, that's where I shouldn't go. And that's where I don't go. You can believe that if you want, or you don't have to. That's up to you. Again, like I said, if anybody know me, my wife know me, and she already know, I ain't gonna bust a grape in the fruit fight. But just like I said in another video, everybody and anybody is subsistence. Here we go again with that damn word. Anybody is, there's no such thing as I wouldn't do this or I wouldn't do that. You can say it with your mouth. It sounds good. But put in the right situation, I don't know about all that. So that's why we keep ourselves out of those situations. But back to what I'm saying. That's where I believe all of my stuff comes from. When I was younger, I did just like every other teenage boy did or adolescent boy did. I had a gang of damn Playboy books. Then they started doing the little shows where you could go put the quarter in and the window go. I did it all. Then I got addicted to porn. A lot of that comes from that. I'm not going to even lie. Right? I'm not going to say I fight with that today, the porn thing. I'm not going to say I fight with that today because I'm the type of addict that once I fall back, I fall back. But the least little thing that triggered me, I might be right there. But it's been a while, so, and I'm just keeping it a whole 100 with you, a whole 100. A whole hun done, like they say. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real. I'm a real person. I fight real battles just like you and everybody else. But I've learned how to fight those battles, and I've learned how to stay out the way, and I've learned how to have some self-control. You feel what I'm saying? That's the only difference in me and the next person. It's not that I don't get tempted like you do, or he do, or she do, or that one do. You know what I'm saying? I've just learned how to stay out the way and have some control and say, nah, I can't do that. I know I ain't going to be able to do that. Because if I do that, I'm going to be doing this, that, and I ain't going to be able to do it. And I know this. That's why I got to live that way. But anyway, all of this ties in together. But that's my opinion on why I do, or why I have the feelings that I have about women. Some of them are, what's the word? Sometimes I can be hypersexual. Sometimes and I said it before. My preference is a big girl, but for lack of a better word, anybody can get it. and I take that back, because no, anybody can't get it. But you see what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't look at women like, nah, she ugly, or nah, she, because what you might think is ugly is interesting to me, or what you might think is fat might be the finest thing in the world to me, or what you might think, and I haven't been with a lot of skinny girls, but what you might think is skinny, because at home we got this thing, she big fine, or how they say that, slim sexy, or something they say. But anyway, you get the picture. So, and my wife even mentioned that before. She always say, like, I like different type of stuff. I'm not like the norm that has to be. Now, when I was younger, I was that way because my grandmother was like the prettiest, light skin or high yellow. She looked like an Indian. She had this pretty cool black long hair, and we called it high yellow, light skin. And she talked a certain way, and she looked a certain way, and I used to play in her hair a lot. And with all of that, that was my type, so to speak. Now I don't have a type. Again, like I say, I prefer big girls, but I've dated smaller girls, not a whole lot of smaller girls, but I've dated all types of females, you know what I'm saying? And all of them were different, and that was the beauty in it, you know what I'm saying? But my standards have always been high, but my standard is different from yours, or different from the average. Like, let me just say this and I'm gonna move on. Like when Beyonce first came out, everybody was like, man, and Halle Berry. Everybody was like, man, Beyonce bad. She did. Halle Berry bad. They weren't to me. I wasn't interested. That didn't interest me. What put me on, or what got me on Beyonce was when I heard her not first CD, but the first CD that I heard of her actual work, and heard them vocal skills, and heard how she was a beast. She is a beast. And that's what turned me on to Beyonce. Everybody else was on the body and the looks and all of that. That wasn't my thing. I just didn't feel it. And I've always kind of been that kind of person too, where if she too fine or too pretty, a lot of girls that I met like that, they had bad attitudes. And that's kind of like a turn off for me. Because you're too pretty for that. You shouldn't act like that. You shouldn't treat people like that. You feel me? But that's one of those things that's my mental, that's a mental thing for me. You know what I'm saying? It's been, anyway, not that I'm no 10, but it's been girls that I wouldn't even give a second look, that the average person would be like, boy, that thing is bad. She probably got a bad attitude. That's a bad area for me too, because that's a mental thing that I need to get over. That's my issue. I'm not saying this about them girls or those ladies. That's an issue of mine, because I've met some, and a lot of them that I met, they had bad attitudes. Even if it wasn't towards me, it was towards somebody else. Because like I said, I knew a lot of girls in school. I knew a lot of the girls in school. But again, I was the big brother. I was the one they could talk to. I was the one they told about all their business. And all these dudes that I knew about their business, I was that one that I heard all of it. And some of them just had the worst attitudes. Like, because you're so fine, or because you're so pretty, or because your parents got money, then you could just treat people any kind of way. That ain't cool. That ain't never been cool with me. And I know, again, that's something I got to work on in me. But I got my wife, I got my woman, and we good. You know what I'm saying? But I still need to work on not judging those people for that, because everybody ain't like that. But anyway, that's my reasons why I think that I feel the way I feel about women. Because, and one other thing, my whole thought process about what you get out of a situation that a woman, that, you know what I'm saying? My whole thought process on women and men and sex and all of that, my whole thought process is different. I don't know where it came from, because I don't know if that was taught to me or if it was just something I picked up. But I've said this before, but for me, and this is not every situation, because like I say, as I've grown and learned and gotten jaded over my lifetime, I've realized that a lot of things is not what it seems or whatever. But I've always had this picture in my head, so to speak, like this analogy of, if a woman is giving something, you know where I'm going, but I'm not going to say the words, but if somebody is giving me something, that's like giving me a gift. Not saying that, because what we're doing is an equal give and take. It's an equal transaction. It's equal, right? But I've just and I don't know where it comes from, but I've always pictured, if a woman does that with me or for me, it's like getting a gift. It's like she's giving you her most prized possession. The world don't look at it like that, I know. And it's not a prized possession, I know. Because your soul is your most prized possession. And your soul and all of that type. I get that. I'm not crazy. But that's when everybody don't give. Now it's different, because everybody give everything to everybody. Anybody can get it. You know how that's saying, anybody could get it. And it's not a lot of importance, or it's not a lot of value placed on it anymore. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I always felt about women. If a woman give you that, she giving you everything she got, or she giving, you know what I'm saying? Cause we not talking about material things, and we ain't talking about something you can go get it from somebody else, but you can't go get it from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I hope it makes sense, and if it don't, I don't know. But that's my thoughts on that, and like I say, cause that's where I think my mentality comes from when it comes to a woman and XEX and SEX and just women in general. You know what I'm saying? Not just all about the SEX, but you know, once you get to know a woman and you realize you know what I'm saying? Like I always say about my wife, she always say, yeah, it ain't like that. But I've always said, even since she was a youngster, that she was super smart. You know what I'm saying? She's always been attractive. I've always been attracted to her, but she was one of the first girls or first young ladies that I knew that was really smart. And she says she ain't, but I say she is. And in order to be able to go to the school she went to, she had to be something. She had to know something. But either way, even past all of that, to me, she was the smartest. And she just brought all types of value to my life. Because coming into my life as an adult, my shit was jacked up. She helped me get my credit back straight. She helped me to get my mindset back straight on not just spending and buying stupid shit and not, you know what I'm saying? She helped me in a lot of ways that brought value to my life. You know what I'm saying? And obviously everything else worked out. Everything else worked out too. You know what I'm saying? On that other side, all of that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? But that's my opinion on why I have always felt the way I feel about women. Even in this change, even in this time, you know what I'm saying? I know that there are some women that are still that way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't get it. And everybody ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, even past all of that, I just have a love for women. I just have a love for women. I love beautiful stuff. I love beautiful things. And again, beauty to me is might be different from beauty to you. It's not society's standard of beautiful. And it's not just physical, but it's the physical when I meet you, because I don't know nothing else about you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where that throws me off when people say, well, don't just look at me for my body, or I know all you want is my body. Well, that's all I see. Until I get to know you, then I can know that you're smart. Then I can know that you are innovative, and then I can know that all these good things about you. But as of right now, I never met you before. I just saw you. All I can see is the outside appearance. And there's this old saying that a woman knows if she'll sleep with you the first time she meets you. She already know. Now you tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I heard that my whole life. And I believe they do. And all of that plays a part in what I'm saying. I gotta be physically attracted to you in order to learn that you got a good mind, or learn that you're a good heart, or learn that you're a good spirit, or learn all of that. Right? Because if I'm not attracted to you, I might don't never have a conversation with you, and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, that's enough of this. I just wanted to touch on that. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't agree or you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. However, it's all good. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Help me to get my sub count up. And I would appreciate it if you don't mind. And I'll see you in the next one. Y'all be easy. One love.